As a follow-up to a Saints Row video I did the other day, here's an article. It's from Engadget. I've got it on archive because I'm not going to give them the clicks. Saints Row gets a gritty reboot set in the Weird West, blah blah blah, and it says the usual kind of crap. You know, the 7 years since Get Out of Hell was released, the world has moved on, and so too must Saints Row. Which is like, man, screw you, dude. How about that? You know, well, why do we got to move on? Anyway, he talks some, and he gives some, some garbage about the game and everything, running and driving and all that kind of stuff, which is good. But anyway, here's the part that was really stupid, where it starts talking about the characters, the young crew, these disaffected millennials. Okay, right there, that's a turn off right there. It's like, man, shut the fuck up. Okay, I don't hear. I don't care. I don't want to hear. They turn to crime, for instance, to put food on their table. Okay, feel part of the community. Okay, and pay off their student loans. Like, what the fuck? What are you talking about? How about get a job, motherfucker? If you got student loans, what do you got? $300,000 in student loans? Then you should be well prepared to get a high paying job. You fucking clowns. But anyway, whatever. Okay, here it is. There's the only problem I have, and here's like their default boss or whatever. The only problem I have is that haircut. Man, she would look a lot prettier with a different kind of haircut. Not that she doesn't look pretty here, but I just think that kind of side shave head cut or whatever, nah, I'm not a fan. Okay, but anyway, the game progresses. Players can choose by property and businesses. You open up new game modes and all that kind of stuff. Yada yada, all that kind of bullshit. It goes on talks about some of the 3 district gangs, and then you got the Panteros, which seem kind of cool. But you got Marshall Defense Industries. They're not really a gang, but whatever. Then there's the Idols, a group of kawaii cyberpunk anarchists. Blah blah blah. Here's what the main crew looks like. Look at this fucking guy. You got a goddamn bow tie on, dude. You're supposed to be a fucking gangster. What the fuck? Like seriously, like what the hell, man? I hear some people talking that they're like, well, this game doesn't seem, SJW or woke, or they don't have a problem with it based on anything of that, and which is true. My main problem is just the characters look stupid, and the game just doesn't. It seems like they're taking away all the good stuff, all the fun stuff, which I'll get to that here in a second. But it's like this kind of stuff, like this dude with a fucking bow tie on, that chick in her haircut. It's like, come on, dude. It doesn't look good. But anyway, his name's Eli. He's an NBA student, and all this kind of stuff. And it goes on and on. And it just keeps talking about the stuff you would expect. Like you can create your own boss, that's cool. But then here's one of the problems. One of the questions raised in the roundtable with the game's developers was that of cultural appropriation. The 6 people made available for interview were all middle-aged white men. Which is like, okay. It's almost like they're saying, well, the Saints Row game doesn't really seem to have a whole lot of woke stuff, although it has like little clues here and there. But we're just going to go ahead and make it woke and SJW and shit. And it's like, what the fuck, dude? Like, who? Cultural appropriation? What the fuck are you talking about? Again, look, the default boss. They used a black woman. Her, they said he's like the planner, so I don't know if he's the second or third or whatever. Black man. I believe she's a Latina, because her name is, Nina, Here's the other guy, Kevin. He's a thrill-seeking topless DJ, and it's like, what the hell? Cultural appropriation, 6 middle-aged white men and all this shit and stuff. And it's like, man. And it goes on and talks about, like, they're trying to make it out like it's going to be really fun and stuff. And, who knows, maybe. But one thing I wanted to point out, and this is from Poe's Law, Living Scribe on Twitter. They changed rim jobs to gym robs and freckle bitches to FBS. It's like, curse you, Saints Row. And it's like, what the fuck? And, I mean, come on, dude. I'm not saying that, like, these, like, those 2 things by themselves aren't a huge deal. Oh no, look how, like, the names of businesses have changed. But that's just indicative of, like, the idea of when people are talking about, or a complaint, I guess, when people are talking about that they're just taking the fun out of the game. What made Saints Row fun was the fact that it was irreverent. It was irreverent. It was just funny. It was offensive. It was dark. It was, whatever. It's like, come on, man. And you guys changing this shit? Like, it doesn't inspire confidence in the rest of the game. Like, now, I mean, for all we know, the full game itself may be just as much fun, just as, I mean, just as crazy and wacky and stuff as the other ones. But this kind of stuff, it just, they're warning signs. And it's warning signs that it makes you feel like, well, okay, this isn't going to be, like how I remember in Saints Row 2 where you had that mission to spray the sewage all over houses and stuff, or just on and on. Like, I don't know, it's just the whole game was just based on like basically being like, hey, this is fun. Is it realistic? Who cares? Fuck it. Let's put it in there anyway. This makes you think that they might be trying to go more realistic. And of course, besides the fact that the story is contemporary, quote unquote, I mean, fuck that. I don't know. It just, I don't have high hopes for this game. I hope the people who do want to play, who are excited to play, I hope you have fun with it. I mean, I sincerely hope you do, but this isn't looking good to me. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up here before I go on another long rant. Thank you very much for watching, and have a good one.